Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Shipbreaker Hardspace. Hardspace Shipbreaker, that's the order those words go in. Where we did it. We got some wires. Just put them in the arm and that's okay. Install.
Nice work.
It's so weird.
I'd be proud.
It's so weird to have a game where like your whole thing is working with big real-sized spaceships, and then for this to be done entirely by terminal and not like you actually doing the original idea had to have been that you would be putting the thing together instead of taking it apart, right? And maybe they just never had time for the proper implementation, or maybe they tried it and they found out that it just like it wasn't as fun. But this is super fucking weird. Okay, anyway, we got stuff to do. Oh, hold on, I have an unread message. What was that? Member profile Lou Steiner. Is this a good idea? Do we want to be doing interviews about the... Again, this stuff is all within... This stuff is all within Lynx's system. They definitely see the text of all of these messages. We continue our series of profiling members of the Salvage Workers Unite group in issue 16. This time we chatted with Lou Steiner from Carnegie Station above Earth to talk about her motivations to fight for workers' rights. Lou, tell us about your first exposure to the issue of workers' rights growing up. I'm not going to try to do a Lou voice. I grew up amid the squalor of the Eris platforms around Mars, and the knowledge of whose backs built our livelihoods there as well as on Mars itself were always prominent topics in my community. I've always been surrounded by people doing good, honest work, and I've also seen them get mistreated for it all of their lives. The people who do all the hard work in service of human progress deserve better than just fancy words and scraps. Why do you think a workers' union is so important? Well, I feel like she just said, okay. I believe that we deserve a seat at the table. I believe we deserve a hand in deciding how our everyday work is managed. Our lives, our futures, our well-being are heavily intertwined with the work we do. You know, it's dangerous to be a shipbreaker. We should be a voice in those crucial conversations, and I don't believe that others in power should speak for us. Our whole lives are decided and influenced by people who've never spent a day in our suits. It's time for us to realize that we're all we got, but we're also all we need. Lou's voice is just one among us, but she speaks on behalf of every shipbreaker who believes things could be better. Solidarity is strength. I mean, right on. A little clumsily achieved, but right on. Alright, so we definitely want a ship that has a communications array where we could pull some circuits, and we're definitely done with this ship. Okay, we reckon this one will do it. 15 million. We expect we'd be able to find circuitry here in this even more valuable ship. These fuel ships are worth a lot. And I feel pretty comfortable doing another one. I think I can handle it. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. The Trenchant Mathis 6. Okay. And wrecking a communications array is not like, you're not losing that much money. We can afford to yank the circuits out of that in a very unceremonious way. Fuel's bad. Do I expect there to be fuel? I mean, we're probably gonna have to buy fuel more than once here. Let's just go ahead and... Also, this shit, like 10,000 is an imaginary number. It's so small. Alright, is this ship functionally like extremely similar? Yeah, we got a side hanging cockpit. Looks less pressurized. Actually, yeah, looks like it's just the cockpit. That's handleable. We got some pressurized stuff back here by the reactor, which is maybe a little trickier. Alright, well, I think we're going to be able to depressurize the front half of this ship very easily. So let's go ahead and do that.
Airlock depressurizing.
Let's go ahead and cycle this
Airlock
thing.
pressurizing.
Just rip this console off the wall right now if I wanted to. Seems like maybe not a great plan.
Airlock depressurizing.
Okay, so we're in a pressurized space now. So am I allowed to just leave this door open?
Airlock.
I mean, there's a proper airlock here. This is going to be a little weird because we're going to fire the atmosphere regulator. It's going to close this door. Huh. Well, let's go ahead and depressurize this room.
Air pressure level decreasing. Airlock depressurizing.
And then we have this pressurized chamber still in the middle here, right? And this chamber's not going to have a regulator.
Pressurizing.
At least if it's like the last ship. I guess I shouldn't assume. Right, but yeah, I don't see an atmosphere regulator. So I don't exactly know how we're supposed to depressurize this safely, but
Airlock pressurizing.
what we can do is just take off that room over there and deal with it in that way.
Airlock depressurizing.
All right, well, we will have as little space as possible pressurized here.
Airlock depressurizing.
And then, yeah, we can totally just remove the cockpit and, like, depressurizing that tiny space is not going to do any damage. There's nothing in there that matters. That'll be fine. We may as well just go ahead and do that now. Oh, there are some welds I have to cut from inside on this. Shoot, I forgot. Well, yeah, I really do want to do this right because I don't want to have to chop any of these components if I don't have to. We can worry about that later. Let's worry about the reactor area because this is a place where explosive decompression is a significant threat as long as there is still a reactor. And pulling the thruster, because the compartment around the thrusters is pressurized. Ow. Clumsy. Okay. There's going to be a regulator out there somewhere, right? Maybe? I don't know. Let's repressurize this room.
Air pressure level increasing.
Let's have a look around in here. So we definitely yanked a number of atmosphere regulators out of the last one of these ships through a considerable force. A lot of explosive decompression there. So there absolutely might be. Let's see here. Systems. There is not a system that actually. There's not a thing on the diagram that actually shows atmosphere related systems in general, and you can see the regulator that we do know of is not highlighted in this view. Or no, sorry, that's the regulator that we do know of right there. So yeah, never mind, it actually is. This would totally work. If there's one in here, it'll be lit up. And the fact is that there is not one in here. Well, now that's complicating. Because, like, we're gonna have to open this chamber somewhere, and the reactor's still gonna be in here while we do that. All right, is what it is. That's the reality of the situation. Let me re-depressurize this one.
Air pressure level decreasing.
And I mean, that's the thing to do right now, right? Just fucking figure it out. So we can open that up. I'm uncomfortable with that, of course. Can I? This is what I can pull circuitry out of, right? Not while it's connected, maybe? Nope, not the antenna. The communications array, which presumably is the thing that generates the signals that you put out via antenna. I think that's going to end up in there. I mean, I could just remove the thruster cap, right? That is an option.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I do think that probably we don't want to do that because, like, the air's going to rush out right there and it's going to hurl the thruster cap against the wall and probably destroy it. And that thruster cap's worth a lot of fucking money. So...
Salvage secured. Credit deposited.
let's just strip some bits off the outside here. This is also not the thing I can pull the circuitry out of. I think we are going to do it in the middle. We are going to break it in the middle. Because I can't cut the nanocarbon, right? So the only places I really can release the pressure myself, manually, the old-fashioned way, are this bit in the middle where I can cut through the surface, or by just ripping a door off somewhere. Which we could do. I could force the door in this chamber. Air rushes in through here and out through the airlock. That's going to... it's probably not going to damage anything terribly valuable.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credit.
Honestly, it could destroy everything in this room and also all of the airlock control panels. And there's certainly some valuable stuff in here that I cannot get out. I definitely don't want to rip wires out of that thing. Yeah, there's some stuff in here that I'm not going to be able to get out cleanly through the airlock, probably. Although... how much, really, do you think? So we don't want to pull... yeah, we don't want to pull wires. I need circuitry, specifically. Alright, I'm going to pull these computer components out of here, and then we're going to try it that way.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
It's going to push the whole ship downward, I think. At least that's what it... that's... my understanding of physics, we have seen, is not necessarily the game's understanding of physics. I'm just going to let that go. I wanted to push it upward, but then, like, stop it. Because we can deal with it in a second here. Let me pull the other stuff that's valuable out. These storage bins are going to be a mite trickier to fit through. We can definitely get them through long ways. Shit. Well, it was almost arranged right. Okay. Alright, the physics are getting a tiny bit recalcitrant. A lot of anger.
5 minutes left on
I
the
sense
clock.
much anger in this ship.
5 minutes remaining.
Just trying to angle this edge here. Alright, what if I pull from out here? Okay, I don't know how this got turned around like this, but it honestly still might work. I don't have the fine control of it that I need. And now it's a real hazard if I open the open the ship the way I was talking about. Well, shit. Okay, untuck from the table, then come up here. Just need to tilt it. I need to be able to grab it like exactly by the end. There we go. Yeah, I can't actually get it to reel at all. Alright, well, I think we're fucked on that. That's fine. We were gonna have to cut this stuff anyway. Let's break all this off and score the pods, and then we'll do the depressurization. I'm going to try to remove as many of the things that are valuable and can be damaged easily as possible. But I really do want to get the, obviously, the reactor and the fuel pods and whatnot
Oxygen costs
dealt
can be
with.
reduced through good breathing practices.
Salvage registered.
Did I didn't cut this one yet. Everything's fine.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
They give you a lot of warning.
Welcome to Vintage Road 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Huh, interesting. I wonder why the ring isn't all in one piece. Maybe since it's so hard for the player to cut through the bits around the wing, they decided that, or the bits around the ring, rather. They decided that it was unfair to have it all actually welded. Just introducing a little too much hardship into the lives of the poor players.
Salvage deposit
Damn it.
confirmed. Applying credit.
I swear, this grapple. It is a spiteful tool.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
This is your 1-minute warning cutter. Bring it home.
Okay. Can we get all these in 1 minute so I don't have to worry about this later? Hopefully.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Alright, I believe that the outer structure here is now completely
Salvage
separated.
secured. Credits deposited.
We definitely want to cut this side clear, and I think probably pull it away a little bit. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to pull the whole thing away. The pieces are just too damn big. But you know what I mean. I want to pull this thing apart and try to minimize the damage that the back half is going to do when we breach the wall.
Shipbreaker. Your allocated shift time will be commencing shortly.
So I feel like we should be able to do that. So somewhere there is still a communications array that contains the kind of circuitry we are looking for. The furnace god awakes. All right. Oh no. Not 309 credits lost. Now whatever shall I do? Alright. back of the ship and the rest of the, or the front of the ship rather, and the rest of the ship are no longer a union. We're going to cut this one too, but I wanted to make sure that the middle was disconnected, or that the front was disconnected from the rest of it first. I also want to make sure I'm cutting with the cutter on this side. You know, for the just in case. Let's try to give this a little bit of breadth. Hell yeah. All 4 of those cuts at once. Very clean. Okay. So at this point, we should, as we saw last time, be able to move these 2 structures out. Just get the middly bit completely separated. It did take a little bit of tether last time. Shit is heavy. Let's tether. It's a little dangerous to aim it right for the thing, because it's going to obviously pull the metal structure that we want to go in the furnace with it. But I think my plan is just to stay on top of it. And do my best to extricate these while they are in motion. Generally speaking, things got no problem going in the furnace. It's the other thing that we have had trouble with consistently.
Deposit accepted.
Okay. Good, good, good. All right. So we got 2 separate pieces here. I do not know what I think is going to happen. So, if we breach it right here, what I would read is going to happen is there's going to be thrust from the air coming out. And so this whole thing is going to slam backward into the back of the berth, and that's going to be a real bad time. It's probably going to destroy that thruster cap. But I don't know that we have a lot of other good options. We really can't open it anywhere except the front or the back. Try to remove some more large, valuable pieces here just so as to minimize the amount of stuff that gets broken. We don't really know what's going to happen to the front part either, because the air rushing out of the back part is going to potentially move it. Also, we can't know that back part won't just go exactly the opposite of the direction that I think it should go, because that is what happened last time, right? And, you know, attribute that to whatever you want, but... Oh, right, I can't attach tethers without holding the grapple. Alright, it's coming. Slowly, slowly. Alright, hopefully that'll just pull it. Yeah, that's gonna work. It's gonna free itself. Alright, that helps. Just in case of emergency. Let me do some stuff in here too.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Airlock pressurizing.
First of all, while we're in here, obviously,
Transferring credits.
let's actually cut this down.
Airlock depressurizing.
Oh. It did properly disconnect already. So these things in here are not keeping it attached to the ship in any way. They're just keeping it in one piece. I'd really love to get... There we go. Alright, get the flammable thing out of there before I start playing with the super hot torch again.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Alright, I do believe that's what we were looking for. This is going to just be wires again? Yeah. Any of this stuff a communications array? Nope, all just kind of generic computer equipment. Alright.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Oh wait, that poster. I'll save you.
Valuable object accepted for processing. Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
This piece is remarkably light.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Very easy to move it around accidentally while trying to salvage.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay, do believe that's everything of value from this big hunk of nanocarbon. Oh, I saw a I saw a grabbable, but I don't think it was anything real.
Credits deposited.
No, this computer terminal's from inside that area we were trying to depressurize, I guess.
Deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
There we go. Oh, I haven't tried my charged push ability yet, right? Is there anything in here that's worth... Oh, yeah.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
That'll work. Okay. So this outer ring is completely disconnected at this point. Is that right? Yeah, it is, but it's also hooked around this bit, which is really awkward. Oh, I suppose I oughta.
Welcome to Vintage 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Easy enough while we're here. I'm concerned that I'm not going to be able to move this without tethering. And I'm also concerned about what I'm going to be able to... what I'm going to do to it by tethering. Alright, so... we have our tiny little pressurized chamber here. I'm going to go ahead and just pull the top.
Airlock
Cutter,
pressurized.
there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. Weaver out.
Okay, there's not really anything in this room. Oh, wait. Is that a regulator? No, that's just a... it's just more ladder. Speaking of ladder. Nope, not the airlock. The ladder. People on Earth, crazy about ladders. They just love them.
Salvage deposit accepted.
That's what I heard.
Transferred.
All right. Start breaking down this airlock, and then we're just gonna breach the airlock and let the everything out the top. And a big part of the value of that move is that it gets this piece of the ship out the way of the rest of the ship for when it does whatever it's gonna do. But also, if you put something in the barge it's not supposed to go in the barge, it seems to still be recoverable. This is so dangerous. Hold on, I should be at an angle here. It's hardly even any atmosphere. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. The force shredded that door, but you know, it's fine. It's a door. It did not move the ship very much, which I guess makes a lot of sense, given it's just not a very large amount of atmosphere in general. But kind of a bummer. Ah, yes, door destroyed. Absolutely correct. All right, y'all ready? Or wait, actually, breaching this panel, though, is only gonna... Yeah, this panel actually only accesses that area. So we're gonna have to do this in a much scarier way, then. Shit. Okay, well, you know what? If this panel's safe to cut, which it seems to be, we can get all the valuable computer equipment out of here like this, and then we can worry about the other thing later. Shit, yep. Lasers do pierce a little bit, don't they? Oh, the whole panel's cuttable. Okay, well, let's just cut this bit for now, so that we can pull some stuff before we burn it. It's just some food, you know, for the furnace.
Account credit applied.
Damn it. I'm trying really hard to grab that again. There we go. Anything that looks like you could buy it at IKEA goes in the furnace. That's the thing I've learned. Really was intending to grab the computer equipment off of the table, but fine.
Raw material accepted.
Not sure what that was supposed to be disconnecting from, because it was definitely already free floating. Nope, nope, come here, you. Okay.
Not much left of this ship, Cutter. About 1 minute remaining.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
It is a very destructive and dangerous thing we are about to do. I'm just trying to take it seriously.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
It's gotta be, though, right? It's gotta be about the most fun you could possibly have in this game to manage an explosive decompression in such a way as you actually, like, profit from it.
Applying credit to account.
That's not a ladder that has to get ripped out. Yep, alright. It is time. So if we make the cut,
New certification.
that's a pretty valuable shift there. If we make the cut in a place where it's going to spin the ship more than just hurl it out into space,
Shipbreaker.
that's probably a good idea.
1. Incoming transmission waiting.
Hey, newbie. Hey. Just having a couple cold ones and thought I'd ask you something.
Why am I not allowed to fix my equipment while this is
Ever heard of
happening?
Karaoke? karaoke. No, it's singing without words. Well, spiritual. Anyway, it's a big thing back home. My daughter wants to be a singer one day. She's good, too. Believe it or not, I can belt out a tune. Hey, you think Lou can rig something up so's we can do karaoke over comms? Clever ideas, that kid. Well, anyways, I'm gonna get some shut-eye. Gotta do it all over again tomorrow. Am I right? Good night, kiddo.
That is absolutely a message you should be able to listen. You should be listening to while you're like puttering around and getting stuff done. Like that's the feeling that they want to evoke.
Good morning,
It's just sort of like loose camaraderie.
Your theta wave
It does
levels
not
are
make
high.
any sense for this stuff to function the way it does.
Let me introduce you to Hal Rhodes.
No need for introductions, Weaver. I know who you all are. Let's just get right into it. I know you don't love a middle manager like me coming in, making life hard. Yeah, I get it. See, I'm from people like you. Used to work the links yards around Ceres. Not shipbreaking, of course. Processing, which honestly is just as tough. Real back-breaking work.
Yep, we know processing can be just
Look,
as tough.
this is real simple. I hit my goals, and I'm out of your hair. But we all gotta pull the rope in the same direction. Get it? Cooperation. Cooperation. You scratch my back, and we'll all be done here in no time. Capisci? Okay then, I'm taking the day to settle in, and we'll see you all tomorrow, bright and early. Okay?
Okay then.
This guy thinks he knows what back-breaking work is.
I'm telling ya. 1 week, tops.
Guy's gonna cooperate with the business end of my grapple.
Okay now. Remember, be on your best behavior. See y'all in the yard.
So he didn't read that cooperate line correctly, and so Lou had to also not read it correctly because she can't make an audio reference to a thing that he didn't do. This is just kind of clumsy. Okay. Yep, more stuff. More ships to chop. We're doing well. So like this is a place where they could really push on you, right? Like they could pull the rug out from under you here and make these numbers work a little bit better for the narrative. If because the supervisor all of a sudden the things you're doing are way less valuable or your debt goes way up, it should be probably an increase in like your basic costs while also making your salvage less valuable to communicate like the frustration of this guy coming in here and ruining what we're already doing. And we'll see if they do that. You know, I've been critical of the implementation of the narrative so far, but also, to be fair,
Now,
Another day, another dent in the debt. Anyone want to race me?
You don't quit racing, you're gonna get yourself killed for real someday.
This is Hal. Just wondering, how much time is spent chatting, on average, in a day here?
it's just the crew checking in with one another from time to time. No harm in that.
Well, as you know, the Lynx Employee Handbook says that avoiding chatter makes profits fatter.
Talking to each other is good for productivity, actually.
okay.
Well, we'll look at the performance reports later and see, I guess.
People are people. Doesn't mean we don't take our work seriously, Rhodes.
Steiner, right? No need to talk back.
Hey now, it's all good, right? Let's everybody just get back to work.
Fine. I'm out of here.
Good, good. You should all focus on your work.
So, I agree you know, people talking to each other and like having the ability to enjoy themselves a little bit at work probably is very good for productivity. On top of that, it doesn't fucking matter if it's good for productivity. It's good for the actual humans. But they're really fucking up their implementation again if they're selling that line while still making you not be able to do anything while people are talking to you in your bunk and not having the conversations mostly occur out here during the cutting and stuff, you know? So how did we release this last time? Weren't there? I thought there were. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here are the welds. Just be real careful around the thruster. That wasn't too bad. It was really just like the one panel that we weakened cracked in half under the pressure. But that was actually pretty okay. I'm surprised, given the amount of pressurized space, that it wasn't a little bit more forceful, but I figured making the cut internally like that was gonna, like... I mean, I'll be honest with you, I didn't really know what it was gonna do, but I figured it wasn't gonna just pitch the thing all the way to one side, because, like, some of the components of the ship are in the way of the stream then, right? So it's trying to push itself in both directions simultaneously, and provided it doesn't rip itself in half doing so, it's probably just going to go, you know, not nowhere, but less far, at least. But actually, this is all going real smoothly, which is the kind of thing that you say when you're trying to set yourself up for some sort of hilarious karmic comeuppance. And who among us doesn't enjoy a good karmic comeuppance? Okay. All right, stream of sparks real close to, but not actually on the reactor. So I think we should be able to just rip a lot of this apart now. And in fact, a lot of it's already coming apart. Yeah, and losing a single, like, aluminum furnace plate,
Raw material deposited.
not a big deal at all.
Valuable object processed. Credit awarded.
There we go. Just kind of skate forward a little bit with it. Is that... Yeah, that's loose enough. We can unbind it from the center of the thing, and then we can just use a tether to get that done. Probably, unless it does the thing that it often does. I don't know. It looks like it's actually going in. That doesn't. There we go. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Try to pull this plate up off of the machinery of the airlock. Didn't really work.
Deposit accepted for processing.
Did I miss a... Oh, I bet I missed a... Yeah, I didn't get these. Hear it. I could hear the processor reaching out for us. Sort of a low hum of hunger.
Salvage secured.
All right.
Applying credit. Processing object. Applying credit to account.
Come on, just tilt free of the rest of the ship. Okay. That should be good enough, I would think.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Alright, getting all nervous and breathing heavy like that cannot be good for my oxygen bill.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Now, I was a little worried when we got the tethers, as things were sort of like working out, that we were maybe done with actual cutting, since the tethers can move pieces that are so huge. Very happy to see that there is, in fact, lots of careful, strategic slicing still to do. If you're just taking it apart at the cut points, it's almost like, this is going to sound like a weird way to describe this, I think, but it's almost like reverse Legos, you know? It feels a little bit too much like just following the instructions. I like having to figure it out. Alright, well those are all going to get in each other's way in a way that's maybe going to be real frustrating for me. Just let that happen. Guess I missed one. Is that
Processing
the
object.
only one? Yeah, it looks
Applying
like it.
credits to account.
Well, this is all processor stuff, though. I don't actually care that that cut point isn't cut. Those two panels can go in together. It's fine. Okay. And we ripped everything except for the very low value lights out of this. So let's just go ahead and
Valuable object processed.
communicate that. Oh, nope, never mind. Door console's worth a little something.
Hello. Reminder.
Salvage accepted. Credits applied. Salvage goal reached. Rewards assigned.
Welcome to Initron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
All right, that's the hard part done, right? We dealt with the back of the ship. We dealt with the reactor and the thruster. We emptied the air out of all of the everything. Let's actually get access to the interiors of this front half, because we have not done that yet.
Accepted.
Cutter, shift's got about 5 minutes left in her. Let's make them count.
Okay, there we go. That's actually going where I want it to this time. All right, I think we got it pretty straightforward from here. I will say, I don't think these ships are as much fun to salvage as like that more, the more complicated ship with the triple thruster design. Not that simplicity is necessarily a bad thing, but there's something very fun about the increased danger, I'll say that. Just kind of flinging my superheated cutting laser all over the place. Very responsible. Can't imagine what this supervisor could possibly find to reprimand us about. I am just all safety and consideration of the company at all times. I dare you to prove I'm not. Come out here and prove it. See what happens.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
You know, these should definitely just be tethers. What am I spending all this time for?
Tether supplies dropping.
I actually know if this piece is loose. Oh, looks like I missed a cut somewhere. Well, let's get in here and find it. Aha! Pieces are doing their level best to find their way to where they're going, and I do appreciate that.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Caution.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Probably not going to need O2 again this shift.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000.
I am really curious about the intended use of the demo charges, because like I feel like there's a lot of stuff you don't want to explode on a spaceship. Nope. Processor's trying to catch me off guard here.
Applying credit to account.
There was another there it is.
1 minute left, Cutter. I'd say get a move on, but you know that already.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Yeah, this is way more connected than I realized.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Oh, you know what? It might not actually be, the issue here may not be one of there still being, like, weld connections. It may be that this thing's just, like, still, yeah, it's separate. It's just, like, cradled around there in a way where it couldn't get free because of the angle of my tether. Okay, well, I do need to separate these. I guess that's a thing for next shift. 6.5. I think that's our best shift yet, and we will definitely be able to finish the ship. Then we'll take on something a little more like weird and dangerous instead of just whatever's most valuable.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Please enjoy the following inspirational message. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, you will be successful.
If you love what you do, you will work nonstop every single day of your life. Sigh. Anyway, how are y'all doing?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I'm trying to drag this bit of the furnace up a little bit. Are these... Yeah, these are pretty cleanly separated at this point. We can throw that in there and disregard the tiny low value lights as we often do. Let me get a look inside here actually. Just make sure I'm not leaving any stuff that should be barged. In fact, we absolutely definitely are.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited. deposited.
I mean, I guess the best way to do this probably is going to be to just cut away that panel, the same one we cut away on the other ship.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Oh, hey, a data drive. Glad I poked my head around in here. Float in there, little buddy. I don't know why I'm doing it. Those posters aren't worth anything. What am I thinking? This is worth something.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
I can probably get this chair out. Yeah, more or less.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay, a battery pack. Ah, fuck. Ow. Okay, it's
Warning.
sparking
Fuel
and
levels
stuff.
are
I think
low.
it's okay.
Fuel supplies are available for purchase.
You're gonna be able to turn it to get it out here, though? Our cutter had strong feelings about the thing we just experienced. Wow, this is way too heavy to be moving like that. I thought maybe I could jam it through. Aha! I think I totally did. Yay. How did we get moving so fast anyway?
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
All right, did I junk that battery pack? Or is that still salvageable? Huh? Just be a tiny bit more careful with this in the future, is all. Okay, I think we're good. I don't know what our spacer's breathing so heavy about. Usually that happens when we experience a really dangerous situation, but I would not say that that is happening right now. Huh. Loose dampener? Okay. I don't even know what that's for. We're gonna have to completely disassemble this to get that ring off of it, and even then I'm worried that it may not be very easy. Honestly, I probably don't need to cut anywhere near as much as I do. Why was I not allowed to connect that? Okay. Yep, that's definitely where I was trying to draw that tether. What is going on? Tether, the thing I'm pointed to, that also the crosshair is like this wobbly crosshair box is on. Every piece of equipment in this game has to fight you.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Can't ever be easy. Well, I gotta tell you, I don't feel like I saw anything that I would consider to be a communications array. And I certainly didn't see anything that actually gave us the option of disassembling it. I mean, if these are all just processor pieces, we can just tether the whole lot of it over there at once.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
Apparently there was a storage bin I missed somewhere.
Awarded.
I don't actually know where. Whatever, it's all good. Oh, hey. Just get over there and we'll figure it out. Okay, that stuff's all going in. So I think we're good.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
I feel like that was a very successful scrapping of a ship.
All salvage goals have been met. Rewards maximized.
Once again, kind of a weird amount of the bar still unspoken for. I guess that's a panel we could just... There's no sense in ending the shift early, right? Like, we may as well pull everything. I suppose I'm spending marginally less oxygen by ending the shift early, but like, for real, who cares?
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Okay, closer. What am I doing? I'm going to the door. All right. Didn't blow myself up at all. Hardly destroyed any of the ship. Just a tiny bit of destruction. You know, and what more can you ask for out of your life than that?
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Lynx mandates a maximum of 8 hours of sleep. Any extra sleep time will be docked from the next pay cycle.
Anything of interest on my terminal? Okay, more corporate history that we are going to not read as an act of protest.
Ship ECU to fix your ship right up.
So we did not find our circuit. I guess I'll keep looking. And over here, we definitely got some Lynx tokens. So, what are we entitled to now? Extra range on this stuff I do not feel is so critical. Extra heat capacity is all right, but we're not getting any more of that anytime soon. All right. Grapple strength up is the only thing here that I'm really concerned about. Ah, yes, an increase in the braking rate of our thrusters. Definitely do, in fact, want to buy that. So we're going to get our last speed increase next level. Off of the next ship, in fact. We can get more thruster fuel, but, like, also... I guess it's an incremental decrease in costs. If we have nothing else to buy, we'll come back to it. Alright, so it still doesn't really, like, this just improves our scanner. The visor mode connects to a remote neural network to perform gestalt analysis and determine what is being viewed. I mean, I'm curious about that functionality at the very least. Sure, give me better range on the scanner. I guess. That seems fine. What level is it that we get the debt charges? Okay, 11. Not... It's probably a couple ships away, but not so far in the distance, I guess. And I guess that's what we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you all come back next time, we're going to take on a ship that has a slightly higher chance of killing us, because I'm just not getting the rush from these fuel tankers anymore. And we'll see you then.